is for 668, which is a good price.
What do you mean it's a good price? You're using EBT. It's not even your own money. Of course it's gonna be a good price if you're not paying for it. Everything is a good price when somebody else is footing the bill for you. The EBT supervillains, the scientists and astrophysicists, the cyborgs of Nissan Altimas in Section 8 at the Pentagon are back complaining about the handouts they've been getting for years and years. And I thought after my first video, people would have, self-reflected or something. And maybe they would have thought, maybe I shouldn't broadcast my bad financial responsibility to millions of people on the internet. But no, instead, they doubled down. They saw the criticism and said, watch this. So let's just take a look at some of these mouth-breathing cigarettes and see what they gotta say. The entitlement has reached levels that shouldn't even be possible. We've broken through the ceiling of entitlement and now we're in the stratosphere. We're orbiting the Earth on a trajectory powered purely by audacity and pure decision making. So let's just hear the spine surgeon real quick.
We are getting EBT. We are getting EBT. We are having a good Thanksgiving. We are having a good Thanksgiving. What to say, y'all? Next deposit 15 days. What's 15 days from now? The 9th? When do I get my food stamps? On the 9th? I'm not paying attention to this. Well, I am, in fact, because it says benefits are likely. I have not seen any update. This is my update, y'all. Next deposit 15 days. This is what I have, and this is what I don't have.
And why are you so proud of the fact that you're getting EBT? It's supposed to help people in need, people going through temporary hardships, people who fell on hard times from no fault of their own. It's not supposed to be a badge of honor. It's not an achievement to unlock. People bragging about food stamps is not normal behavior. It's not something you should post about. That's like being proud of failing at a test or celebrating getting fired from your job. It just makes no sense.
Stop letting people get in your heads, y'all. We are literally going to be getting our food stamps when food stamps are supposed to come, okay?
Does it come with a job application too? Because it should. But no, instead we get people proudly broadcasting that they're living off of taxpayer money like it's some kind of flex. Haha, look at me, I'm sucking up all the taxpayer funds away from the people that actually need it, and I'm so edgy. What do we got here? It looks like she went to the store, looked at everything available, surveyed all the options, and said, let me get the most unhealthiest garbage I can ever feed my kids. Let me get 2 gallons of Red 40, Yellow 5, and 12 barrels of aspartame. Let's just inject pure chemicals into these kids. The ones who need actual nutrition. But why give them that when you can just have food dyes and artificial sweeteners? We're trying to build the future generation here. These kids are literally the future of our society, and we're feeding them processed garbage that barely classifies as food. Their bodies are developing and their brains are forming, and they're developing with hot Cheetos and Mountain Dew. Where are the fruits and vegetables? Seriously, where are they? Are they taking an Uber back here or something? Did they get lost on their way to your cart? You know what's crazy? Fruits and vegetables are covered by EBT. You can buy fresh produce with food stamp. Apples, bananas, carrots, and broccoli. All eligible. But instead, we're looking at somebody who has a personal vendetta against the concept of nutrition. And this isn't just about health, though that's bad enough. This is about teaching the kids what normal food is. These kids are growing up thinking that this is what food looks like. They're learning that meals come from boxes and bags and not from actual ingredients. And they're developing a taste preference for hyper-processed garbage that's designed in laboratories to make it as addicting as possible. We're creating the next generation of people with health problems, obesity, diabetes, and heart disease, all funded by taxpayers. And then in 20 years, we're going to be paying for their health care too. It's just a cycle of publicly funded bad decisions.
$7.8 billion a month is all I needed to hear. Keep the government closed. I'm cool with it. Did you know that $7.8 billion is what they spend a month on SNAP benefits, and over 70% of SNAP recipients are not even legal American citizens? So our taxpayers are going to pay for the SNAP benefits, which is making them morbidly obese, which is making them need health care, which we're paying for their free health care, and then the cycle just continues and continues and continues. No thank you.
So we're spending most of that money on illegal immigrants while we have disabled veterans and single moms that need money. People who actually deserve assistance, and people who contributed to our society, even if they drive a Nissan Altima. But instead we have illegal immigrants sucking up the food stamps and health care that is much needed by those hardworking Americans. And before anybody comes at me with, you're racist or whatever, this isn't about race. This is about citizenship and legal immigration. There's a process and there are rules. And when you break those rules, you shouldn't get awarded with benefits. You should be thrown over the border. So illegal immigrants are going to their congressmen somehow, despite not being citizens. And they're walking out of these meetings like nothing happened. Not only that, they're also complaining that they're not getting the free benefits that they've been sucking up for years. How about leave? So let me say this again. People that are here illegally are complaining that they're not getting enough free shit. The audacity is groundbreaking. It's like breaking into somebody's house and then complaining that the Wi-Fi password is too complicated. Somebody in the comments said illegals that have children born in the US get SNAP benefits. That's one way to get them. And yeah, that's exactly what's been happening. It's called birthright citizenship, and it should be called birthright bullshit. They have kids on American soil, and then the kid is automatically a citizen, and the whole family qualifies for benefits. Do you know what happens if you try that in a Middle Eastern country? They would stuff you in a barrel and toss you off of a cliff. I mean, have you seen what Dearborn looks like? A guy will come out of a Ferrari with 4 wives, and then he'll pay for his food and groceries with EBT. And I have seen that happen because I used to live there. This isn't exaggeration, this is actual shit I witnessed with my own eyes. But don't get me wrong, I've met some amazing people at Dearborn, but it is a prime example of what's going on these days. You've got people driving luxury vehicles, wearing designer clothes, and living in nice houses and paying for groceries with EBT cards. And they're doing that because of the loopholes in the system that nobody wants to fix, because pointing it out would be apparently politically incorrect. Meanwhile, there's veterans who served this country and who sacrificed for this country that can't get any benefits because the system is drained. And there's single mothers working 2 jobs who barely make enough, just over the limit to qualify for these sorts of assistances.
So YouTube, this your girl Quay, and yes, we at Sam's doing the shopping haul. So y'all come along with us and let's get some stuff out of Sam's. I'm really just gonna be a very short video, just a little tic-tac, boom bam, you feel me?
No, I don't feel you.
But yeah, y'all, let's get into it. They got some animal crackers for $8.98, so we just gonna grab one of these. So yeah, my kids like Nutri-Grain bars, so they for a box of 30 seeds for $9.98, so we gonna grab that. We gonna put it down. So yeah, we already started shopping. So we got some.
I'm feeling a lot of things right now. Frustration, anger, and confusion, but understanding your perspective is not on the list.
Some blow pop for the kids, some little bites, some hot chips, some fruit snacks, some gushers, some powdered donuts, oatmeal pies, some honey buns, and yeah, so let's get it. Cinnamon crunch here. A box of 2 bags for 49 ounces for $7.98. So we're gonna grab one of those, and they got Frosted Flakes for $7.88. And we're gonna grab one of those. Let's go down the season aisle. So at Sam's, I come here and I get the big old seasoning salt. So I'm gonna grab one of those, and it is for $6.68, which is a good price.
What do you mean it's a good price? You're using EBT. It's not even your own money. Of course it's gonna be a good price if you're not paying for it. Everything is a good price when somebody else is footing the bill for you. It's like going to a restaurant where somebody else is paying and you're like, wow, the lobster's just a great deal. Yeah, no shit. That's not a deal, that's a charity that you're treating like a shopping spree. Why in the cinnamon toast are you feeding your kids all this junk? It's just processed garbage. Sugar, sodium, preservative, and food coloring. Just get them some fruits and vegetables. If you're gonna use EBT, at least just do that. Show some basic responsibility. The health and well-being of your children that you decided to have should be on your priority list. And you know what's mind-boggling? There's a part 2 for this shit. She made multiple videos. Somebody in the comments said anybody receiving EBT should be in a mandatory nutritional class. And honestly, yeah, absolutely yes. If taxpayers are funding your groceries, you should be required at least know basic nutrition. Learn what food groups are and learn how to read labels. And learn that hot Cheetos are not vegetables. Can you imagine what that class would look like though? I'll let you figure that one out. I be happy swiping my EBT unlimited card. 7 kids, yes, we eating. I'm not paying cash. First of all, does EBT cover grammar classes? Because I thought I was having a stroke trying to read that. But let's address the meat and potatoes of this. No pun intended. And like I said, why are you proud of the fact that you're getting EBT and abusing it in such a vile way? Why are you broadcasting this? And why are you celebrating this? It's almost like there's a pattern going on with these folks. A very clear and obvious pattern that we're all seeing but apparently can't talk about without being called names. Like, yes, let me have 7 kids I can't afford and then have EBT, and then when the EBT gets cut off, I'll just sit there and complain about it on TikTok. Let me act like the victim when I created this entire situation through my own choices. 7 kids. That's not an accident. That's not a oops, I did not plan this. There is not a treasure chest in your life where you just open it up. Oh, a kid pops out and you're like, oh, wow, and now I gotta take care of this kid. It's multiple bad decisions over years and years and years. And you just kept going. Somebody in the comments said, meanwhile, in the real world, a mom is standing there with a calculator and a prayer, hoping that she has enough to pay for bare necessity. Honestly, yeah, that's the reality for most people. That's what responsible people do. They work, they budget, they calculate. They make sure they can afford kids before having them, not afterwards. My mom did that. Your mom probably did that. It's normal. Normal, responsible parents do that. They don't have 7 to 9 kids and then expect taxpayers to fund it while bragging on TikTok about it. And this is the fraud that Trump was talking about. Now, whether you support Trump or not, it shouldn't really matter. What matters is you seeing the problem in this. This isn't partisan. This isn't left versus right. This is common sense versus insanity. This is responsibility versus entitlement. This is people who need help versus people who are abusing the system that is designed to help people. And it's being drained by ungrateful people who just make horrible choices. And it's not their kids' fault. Let me be clear about that. The kids didn't ask to be born in this environment. They didn't choose to have parents who make bad decisions. And not to mention, a lot of these funds are going to the illegal immigrants. People who shouldn't be eligible and somehow are still getting benefits. The same benefits that our American citizens are being denied. And it's usually passed down through generations. The kids would have it, the grandkids would have it, and so on. And then they grow up thinking this is normal. Yeah, that's not normal. It's like, yeah, grandma got zooted to the afterlife, time to use her EBT. So hopefully something is figured out soon with this mess. And just like with food stamps or SNAP, there's also Section 8 housing, but that might be another topic for a video, possibly. Let me know in the comments if you want me to talk about that. One crisis at a time. But we need to be helping the right people and stop enabling this bad behavior. We need to stop pretending that everybody receiving these benefits is a victim that deserves our sympathy. Anyways, if you made it this far without losing your minds, congratulations! And if you enjoyed this video, just hit the like and subscribe button. Just let me know down in the comments what else you want me to talk about. But also, share this with somebody who's defending this nonsense just to piss them off, because this needs to stop. I'm out. Peace.